Good evening, sir. What is your opinion on entrepreneurship?
I feel that is the need of the country now, because the more number of entrepreneurs we have, we create jobs. The kind of satisfaction you get is immense. It's unlike the earlier days when wars were fought in the boundaries. People had big armies and big air force, navy, and all that. Now it is all technology warfare. Now technology warfare means you need to have a group of entrepreneurs who can develop technologies for the country. Now you have better technologies, bigger countries like US and Europe will come to you. So now the way I look at it is engineers or technocrats are becoming more like soldiers, because the war is now fought in the technology space. So if we are able to go to Mars, or if we are able to go here and there, that's because of homegrown technology, and we need more homegrown technologies, and that is the spirit with which we need to work, and that's where I support.
Sir, according to you, how is the entrepreneurship ecosystem in RVC?
We have just started to help a few entrepreneurs. I think we have already got some 7 or 8 companies which have been incubated here out of RV College, and we have got some very outstanding alumni who have gone on to open new companies and organizations. So we may not have a big ecosystem as yet, but definitely we have the intentions of growing it. As of today, not great.
So what are the roadblocks for a person to be an entrepreneur, and what are your solutions?
The first roadblock that I often see in the students that I have interacted is the kind of hardship that they have to endure. Entrepreneurship starts with a lot of hardship for the first 5 years or the first 3 years. That's one thing. Second thing is you need to be smart in understanding the market requirements. You cannot have a product in mind and say I'll go in search of the market. What I would suggest is you need to know what the market needs. And half of the kind of students that I interact, they usually do it the other way around. I have a product, let me go do something. When you have such an attitude, you spend a lot of energy trying to find where is the market. But if your eyes and ears are open and you can sense, okay, this is where the market is, that's one thing. And then you need to take the help of some senior people because they have the wisdom, they have the knowledge, and that coupled with some enthusiasm from the youngsters, I think can make a big difference.
So what is your opinion on entrepreneurship?
Well, entrepreneurship is something which I think all of us should give a lot of importance to. Because there was a time probably when India was going through a phase when there weren't too many opportunities. Probably that is a time when the people were looking for employment. But today I think it's become very, very important that today's youngsters are having so many opportunities with the increased there is so much of liberalization and newer policies and also the opportunities the way they're coming up, and we hear so many success stories in the newspapers so I think today it's and it's one of the biggest market that is available for people coming from outside to invest in India. It's very appropriate that entrepreneurship be given the top priority, where one can work for oneself instead of working for somebody all of life, and at the same time creating job opportunities for others. I feel that a lot of emphasis should be given on entrepreneurship, especially in professional institutions like engineering colleges.
So how is the entrepreneurship ecosystem in RVC?
Can you come again?
How is the entrepreneurship ecosystem in RVC?
Well, I think I should say that we have one of the finest entrepreneurship development cell in this campus, and I have seen that especially under the guidance of Professor Narahari, who I consider as one of the he is one person who is really going out of his way to promote entrepreneurship. So he has been personally guiding, and a lot of activities have been going on. So I think there is an ecosystem available in the campus where students want to do anything. Probably it's hand holding is possible, and probably there is always scope for improvement. But I think the stage is set. The stage is set where it's not that you don't have any support system at all. But there is something which is available in the campus which can handhold the students, and entrepreneurship can be taken to the realization level.
So what are the roadblocks for a person to be an entrepreneur? Any suggestions?
Well, I think it's more than a roadblock. I think that we need that passion and fire in our belly. That's what people say. That it's one who is wanting to achieve something badly in our. I think that person will definitely come forward to take up entrepreneurship. But I think more than one thing is maybe some may be self-starters. You don't have to really even coach. They are looking for such opportunities like that. But I think we can promote entrepreneurship by having a lot of interesting programs. We can call some successful entrepreneurs to the campus and arrange lectures by these entrepreneurs. And when students get to have like say when they have these case studies before them, and I think it can motivate. That's one way of probably we can do. What we can do is probably we can create an interface. And obviously struggle is a part of anybody's coming up. Anybody who is seen today, whatever stature they are today, it's all because of the struggle that they have gone through. And very aptly somebody said, good life is enemy of great life. So when it is possible to live a great life, good life always comes in there. So probably it's one should be made to realize, not that everybody will take it, but the right people will take it. So when we have more such interesting programs where successful entrepreneurs come over here and they share their struggles, they share their successes, I think probably it will motivate the right ones. And I think eventually it's going to pick up and things are going to move forward.
Great thoughts. Thank you. Thank you.
What is your opinion on entrepreneurship?
Well, I have a personal vision for myself. My personal vision is to inculcate entrepreneurship and leadership bent of mind amongst people through classroom teaching, public speaking and theatre. So this is my agenda. And I also encourage people to take up entrepreneurship big time, because I see India has a majority of population when it comes to majority youth population. And we have also seen, all these years that most of the companies, they outsource jobs to India, and people are more happy, counting their stakes at the end of at the last day of, end of every month. So I think we have to step on to another level where we start outsourcing jobs to some other countries. So for that it will be good. The only way possible is by getting into entrepreneurship and having a business enterprise of our own.
How is the entrepreneurship ecosystem in RV College in India?
Well, entrepreneurship ecosystem talks about the kind of atmosphere the college provides for the students. So as you have all known, we have an entrepreneurship cell. So they encourage students to take part in most of the activities when it comes to, it could be business plans, or it could be coming up with ideas, or it could be writing proposals where the funds could be generated. But more than that, the important ecosystem I would like to mention about here is the kind of opportunities students have. So when I say entrepreneurship, it could also be intrapreneurship, the kind of business opportunities within organizations. And they could also be introduced to various venture capitalists and things like that, where they could get an idea where exactly people are ready to fund their money in. So all these opportunities are available in college. It is just about where people encash, or rather leverage their opportunity and get into such activities.
Okay, what do you think are the roadblocks for aspiring entrepreneurs?
Very good question. This is the major challenge every individual faces, especially in India, when it comes to entrepreneurship, or when it comes to sports, or when it comes to taking up film direction or movie as a hobby. The main reason is because in India, there's a kind of a myth that every son or a daughter has to be either an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer. Okay, so and why is it so necessary for every person in India to have a basic formal education or have a basic BE degree only? They could have many other degrees. Like you have other countries giving degrees like bachelor's or master's in technopreneurship and things like that. So people have to believe that there is something on the other side of the coin, apart from the formal education, wherein they could just think out of the hat and learn about financial management and meet people, get to know what are the market demands, and opportunities, do some survey, market survey, and what people really need and where exactly what kind of product or service they could come up with. And that's the challenge. They'll have to remove that, especially you have it even in sports, that sports where people, if they start getting into sports and that's the end of the road. If they don't become famous or be an Indian player, then where will they meet their ends? What will be their source of income? Well, source of income will eventually come. So initially, Indians have to be taught regarding how to take risks.
How is this college and our entrepreneurship cell helping to build an entrepreneurial ecosystem?
Well, as I already mentioned regarding entrepreneurship cell, they have a lot of idea and innovation workshops being conducted in college. Then they have this business plans. So it shouldn't stop there. We have to step on to next level. So what do we do with the end of the workshop? What do we do after the completion of business plan? So are we ready to just sell our plans to some investors and someone takes over the project? We have to take in active interest, wherein we would pursue this and we convince the venture capitalists to fund in this, if it's a viable idea, if it's a feasible project. And all these things are being done in RVC. I strongly believe it's up to the students to leverage this opportunity. For example, you see there are many speakers. For example, people go gaga on Narendra Modi's speech. There are many other public speakers, who are so charismatic. Well, if you take up even this public speaking and personality development could by itself be an entire entrepreneurial venture where people could influence many more entrepreneurs. So I think RV is doing this since many years. It will continue to do so. So I wish there are more and more entrepreneurs, public speakers, born out of this RV college.
Any suggestions for ESL?
Any suggestions for ESL? Not much, because it's on track. I would like to suggest ESL to monitor every student's progress, not just after the completion of the workshop or the business plan, but what has that student done with that particular idea workshop? What has that student done if he has won any business plan? Has he approached any venture capitalist? If not, get him a venture capitalist, get him the network, and keep a track of him, monitor his progress. That's the only way you would have more and more entrepreneurship, the budding entrepreneurs coming in. And then I think monitoring should be done at every level. I guess that's the best thing that could happen to any entrepreneur. Thank you.